Crypto anarchy! Neon lights and broken screens, AI rules the new machine. Miners dig, but they don't eat. Fiat's dead, we're on the street. Cash is burning, banks are dust. No more trust, no more us. Robots took the 9 to 5. Now we fight just to survive. Burn it down, no control. We're the ghosts of the protocol. Should break the chains, take it back. Crypto punks don't fade to black. Crypto market. Billionaires just pull the strings, hoarding coins like cyber kings. We were promised something more, but we're just numbers in a war. Cash is burning, banks are dust. No more trust, no more us. Robots took the 9 to 5. Now we fight just to survive. Burn it down, no control. We're the ghosts of the protocol. You break the chains, take it back. Crypto punks don't fade to black. Crypto anarchy. Your power's fake, it's all a lie. No escape, they own the sky. Decentralized, not for long. Fuck the rules, we sing this song. Crypto anarchy. Crypto anarchy. Burn it down, no control. We're the ghosts of the protocol. You'll break the chains, take it back. Crypto punks don't fade to black. No more leaders, no more kings, no more wallets. Pull the strings, crypto's ours. The world is fried. We'll still fight till the day we die. Crypto anarchy. Crypto anarchy.
Let me touch it on the waistline. You were sweating on the neon light. I was a coin lost in the system's maze. Visualizing for freedom was my way to survive. The crash, the dukes, they burn it all away. Neon streets, standing here, we're block to block. Flickering screens, no safe to avoid. Big cities, still surviving day by day. Will you ever break free from the chains that Fiat made? Tonight, burning money, feel the burning money. Spending this lonely night, taking more. Tonight, burning money, touch me, burning money. Show me your digital stash, burning cash. I'll never trust the system, judging or hear the lies. I think you're saying it's all going fine. No more banks, no more chains to bind, keeping us enslaved. Tell me how to break free from this night. heat, trading in the neon light. Did you like coins vanished deep in the system's maze? Financial freedom, did you know was the only way to survive? To lie, the crash, the dips, they burn it all away. No, 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 no. Neon streets standing here with block to block, flickering screens, nowhere to hide. Robots rise, taking all our jobs. Crypto still surviving day by day. Will you ever break free from the chains that fiat laid?
What's the second thought? There is no second pass.
Good evening, Crypto Chaos. Good evening, good evening. Welcome back to another night of debauchery. And, of course, your number one stop for Crypto Chaos and entertainment, of course, driven channel, bringing you the news in crypto every single day as it happens. How's it going, guys? How's it going? We're back again. And the show, we're slowly rebuilding the show. I got the dancing mascots back. I'm excited to bring those back. I really want to update a lot of this stuff on the show, so just kind of get everything back to speed for now. How you doing? How you guys doing in the chat? We've got Brandon White here, still on vacation. What's up, peeps? How's it going, Brandon White? Wow, welcome again to the evening live. I'm glad you can make it. Cliff also here saying, thank you, Crypto Otaku. I just finished catching up on the AM. Proof of live stream, yes. Yeah, we never shut down the channel. I don't know. That's just a bunch of rumors. Never happened. Never happened. Never happened. No, never happened. Anyway, my dog, G-Dog in the house. How's it going? Woof, woof. How's it going, G-Dog? How's it going? And don't forget the oink oink as well. He's hopefully not here. How's it going? Yes, Strawberry Dragon's also here. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. Good evening, Chaos. Good evening, Strawberry. We have a lot of news to cover tonight. We're gonna probably have to do a lightning round. There's so much news. We'll see how far it takes. Usually about like 9 o'clock. I like to try to wind down for, of course, another Patreon live again tonight, guys. Again, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we do our Patreon lives. Again, it's only for the Patreon members. It's basically your show. All right, we're gonna get over there and show you what we got going on today and get the dances and mascots out of here. And I got a lot of news to get through, guys. There's a lot. Fun and exciting things I can't wait to get into this evening. All right, if you guys didn't see the morning live stream, of course, it was a good old time, but we did call, of course, again, winning.
So much, you may even
where Bitcoin was going to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every day. You hear me say this every day, because I'm tired of freaking winning. Tired of being, of course, right about where Bitcoin is likely going to go. The next trading session, we do this every single night, guys. And, of course, it landed right on top of it again. I want to be wrong. It's all I ask from the universe. Of course, baseline bear is what we called for last night. Right down the middle. On top of my target. Almost exactly. Yeah. Again, we'll do it all again tonight. Again, I'll remind you guys later. All right, we're going to get into it. Okay, we do have, of course, the weather this evening. It's probably looking about the same as we saw this morning. Not quite. A little bearishness coming out of there this evening. This morning was sunny with a 5% chance of rain. Our clouds, 5% chance of clouds. It was pretty damn good. It was a good day. And this morning or this evening, looks like it's starting to come back a little bit. We do have, of course, the foreign market awake right now, trading. Maybe in a few more minutes. I don't think they're quite open yet in South Korea, but yeah, it's about 9 a.m. right there. They're about ready to get going. Pre-markets already started loading. Obviously, Bitcoin doesn't sleep. All right, so we do have a clear pattern right now. We're stuck between a parallel channel at about 64.5. Nice line of support there too. I have to add there on the daily. Look at this insane level of support there at 64.5. Is that really at 64.5? Holy crap. Pinch me. Pinch me. And it is. It is. About 64.5 right there, right next to where we are right now. Yeah, we're hitting a wall at about 65.1. The Bears won't let us get past there. We did liquidate about $200 million this morning. And of course, I'll remind you again the news. I did find that article. Yeah, so we are, of course, looking a little bearish today, going into the foreign market open. I wonder what the Kospi is going to look like. We're going to get into that in the end of the live stream, because now that's a part of that freaking show. I got to cover everything else on top of that. But yeah, we do have, of course, everything looking a little bearish tonight. Just a little bit on all the key levels for Bitcoin. After you hit about 65K, this is where it gets kind of weird. It's just right down the center of every key level. We're just adding most of the heat. So yeah, it looks like we are still really bullish going into the rest of this month. But this evening, a little bit of a pullback for the optimism, kind of waning after about 65, 66K. Again, that's our key area to break, and we did smash through a lot of that on the monthly. I'll get into that. I'm jumping ahead of myself. But anyway, I'm looking at the on the weekly right now. Looking pretty good still on the weekly. We're adding pretty much to every key area. Again, up, up, and up, and up. Looking pretty good there. And yeah, on the monthly as well. Adding within the last 24, 48 hours, I would say that's just a little bit too much more to the top. We are giving, of course, the Bears a run for their money. Literally. They're running it away. They're retreating. That's what they're doing with these shorts. As Bitcoin breaks through 65K again within the last 24 hours. All right, so that's where we are right now. Still looking pretty good. The strongest level on the map is still our support now after smashing through that resistance over the weekend, right? It's the weekend, right? Oh my God, it's the third day of the week. Okay. Jeez, I need my buttons to tell me I was stupid. Okay. Moving on. But anyway, it looks pretty good either way for the grand scheme of things. Only thing I'm looking at right now is just like short term on the daily. There's a little bit of bearishness going into the foreign market open. We'll see how Korea does and handles this in the later hours. All right, let's continue on. There's a lot to cover tonight, like I mentioned earlier. A lot of news. Look at all this news, guys. Oh, you can't see it. It's out of your view. Look at all this news. Oh, yeah, we're going to probably get into a speed round tonight. We'll see how far we get. All right, moving on. Looking at the U.S. national debt sitting at $39,451 billion U.S. dollars. Again, can't stop, won't stop printing that money as we tick tock closer to that $40 trillion target. By the end of September, more than likely we're going to hit that. That is the goal. That is the goal. Looking at poly market right now, taking a check in on the Fed's decision for July. Now sitting at a 95.3% no change, only a 4% change now. Chance of a 25 basis point increase. That is hardly anything at all now. We don't have to worry about a damn thing by the end of this month. Clarity Act going in and getting signed into law is now back to 41 again. We are on a roller coaster with getting Clarity Act done, and there is some big reason why we did see a spike here recently. I'm going to get into that. It's the final thing I have, of course, lined up on the news. You guys got to stay tuned. It's a big one. It's a big one. Fear and greed index sitting at 46 in neutral again. This is the second day in a row. We've been bopping back and forth this week. I think it was Monday. No, it was last week. I'm thinking of. Anyway, it's been a short time period, but we are back to neutral at least for the stock market, as tech stocks, of course, seem to want to rally back after the CPI reading this week. And then we have fear and greed sitting at extreme fear at 25. Before the foreign market approached their opening. Now still holding sit to 25 in extreme fear. So nothing has changed there. The Dixie still holding about 100 on the Dixie, coming down quite a bit today. I do like to see this roll over here on the 5-day, now down finally on the weekly. On the monthly, still a little high in my opinion. On the 3-month, still way too damn high. And of course, the rest of the year, it's just not good. We got to come down if we want risk assets to, of course, accumulate any further. All right, looking at the top 100, 200 coins, as we do every single day, looking for, yes, diamonds in the rough. Lots of opportunities. Still waning? Fleeting? I would say going away, really, going away. EtherFi is up 11% today. 11.6% is one of the top movers on the day, with Ondo coming back up 17% on Ondo. It looks like it might be time to start getting in those long-term positions. Get them in that soon, guys. Soon. Seems like every day I'm like, it seems like the bottom's in. It seems like the bottom's in. Are we near the bottom? We might just damn well near be the bottom. Pi coin's down 21% on the week. Again, kill that thing with fire. As I always say, that coin should just go away. Looking at the weekly here for the most oversold. This is the only coin now. The only coin in the top 100 that is oversold on the weekly. It is just Pi coin. That is it. On the monthly, it's just Pi coin and Beat. And WorldCoin and Memecore. Of course, Memecore, we've been talking about that for months. It just continues to bleed out every single week, every single day, every single month. Maybe this is the final bottom on on Memecore. It's up still 200% on the year. There's still a lot to drop on this. It's definitely not one of the most important narratives out there, I should say. Getting memes, of course, on social media. All right, what else we got here? Take a look at the top 200 now, since there's really nothing left to really talk about, nothing to speak of. DCA opportunities in the top 100 are all gone at the moment, the present moment. Looking at the daily here, Humanity token is now down 15%, almost 14.7. It's a single day. It's a decent pullback for a single day. Cash Cat, that's the Robinhood meme. It's never been listed on Robinhood, probably never will be. It's down 35.9%. It's on just today. Tibber is down 14.4%. So more volatility we've seen out of this coin in recent week. And we have, it's still holding a tiny bit of gains from that, short stint it had for about a week or two. All right, Velvet's down 15%, and that's about it. Velvet's been bleeding for a little bit while too. Nothing really new to see there as well. Looking at the weekly. Looking at Nexus, still down 32% on the week. The same thing I mentioned this morning. It's the most oversold right now on the weekly. We have Build On down 25%, and Humanity token just breaking the top 200 right now. I just told you guys this was in the top 100 and oversold in the top 100. I'm assuming it did break into the top 2 just now. Okay, well, cool. Good for Humanity. To get that one out of there. That's a dystopian future coin. I've went over that many times. Memecore. No, Build On now slipping into the top 200. Whoa, all these coins are just bleeding out. They don't really need to be there anyway. 54% off on the monthly here on the top 200. Humanity coin now down 80% on the month on the top 200. Nexus 42% off, and after that there is nothing else oversold. You got 3 coins in the top 200. You have 1 coin in the top 100. It seems like the bottom is here, doesn't it? It's definitely the theme tonight. Is the bottom in? All right, I'll get into a little bit more of that later. Market cap, Bitcoin dominance still sitting around 59%, 58.88% dominance to be exact. Again, the highest we saw this week was about 59.5, I believe. So not too shabby for Bitcoin, of course, coming out of the wet work. Coming back up from 59, 58, 57. And again, the high 50s is probably going to be our bottom. Continuing on, we have market cap for the total market cap right now. Total crypto sitting at 2.23 trillion. Again, pretty proud of crypto right now. Coming back for the month of July. Just don't get used to it, because if we don't get Clarity Pass, it's probably going to see a quick downturn and then a slow grind back up to the winter months. What else do we have here? We've already went over this, I think, twice this week. I don't really think we need to do that again. The top 10, top 20, pretty much roughly looking about the same. I got to free up some time anyway for the news. There's a lot of news, guys. I'm warning you. There's a lot of news. Very news-heavy, driven show tonight. All right, so we're also looking at my favorite metric to share with you guys every single day. That's, of course, Bitcoin, the amount on exchanges, sitting right now at about 2.48 million. Again, this is all that's remaining. If every millionaire on the planet wanted to jump in right now and buy a single Bitcoin, they couldn't. They couldn't, not on exchanges, not anywhere, because there's 60 million millionaires and there's only 2.48 million remaining. Don't forget to get a piece of your pie before it is all gone. I try. Why do I try?
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Yes, sir. Let me catch up with you guys real quick before I go a little deep into some news. Good evening, Chaos. Good evening to all of you. House in the house. Exact date in 1989. Goku originally came face to face with his Saiyan heritage when Raditz arrived on Earth in the anime. Nice. Today was the exact date. God. Are you asking me what the exact date was? God. I don't even know if Earth in Dragon Ball is even the same relative Earth we have. Okay, Brandon White says some of these names never even seen before. It just proves how our lives interact in the 24 hours we're blessed with. 100%. 100%. Jake and Snake says spent the day working. I am the king of the swamp ass, says Jake the Snake. Hope you're doing fine, Jake the Snake. I know you're a little bit under the under the weather right now with a particular asset. Old Spice anti-perspirant is the cure for that, Jake, says Brandon. Yeah, cure your swamp ass today with some Old Spice. That's not an endorsement. No, I don't. I don't have anything like that. Rub it all up your crotch. Wow. TMI. Okay. Getting a little too raunchy in the chat. All right. Old Spice is for guys who go to the strip clubs because they have great food. Yes, 100% Los. 100% those people deserve the Old Spice. Oh House. Nope. Today was the day. Today was the day. In the anime in Japan, like in 1989, this happened in the manga or in the anime. 89 would have been, yeah, that would have been in the anime. Because I'm pretty sure the manga would have predated that. Lo says they go to the strip clubs and leave a Yelp review. Jesus. And they remind everyone you got to get some Old Spice up in here. Okay. All right, enough of that. Bitcoin's still hanging out at 64.7. We're about ready to get in some news, guys. There's a lot to cover. I'm going to just skip right ahead to it. And, of course, to remind you before I do, we do have another Patreon live tonight. It's only $15 to join the Patreon, hang out with the Chaos crew, and, of course, join a community of growing friends that, of course, like to, talk shop and invest in crypto. Sometimes lose money. Sometimes, other times win lots of money. We'll see. We did pretty good. We had like a 4 or 5 thing going on. Straight back-to-back gains, and then we had a Gwei. So you got to call them like it is, guys. Not everyone is a winner, right? Not everyone is a continual winner either. I mean, we were making so much money the whole year on this damn coin, and decides to want to pull back now. And then we don't know. The future of that is unclear. Of course, we're still talking about that on the other side. So again, join us tonight if you want to know more about the Gwei. If you're still Gwei or you're not. Anyway, we got to get into crypto. I like to start with these articles when I do find them. And of course, here's what happened today. Just a quick little recap. USA Agricultural Committee nominee faces Senate scrutiny over the crypto enforcement and CZ pardon. President Donald Trump's nominee for U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche faced sharp questioning from the Senate Democrats and Republicans over his role in reshaping his Justice Department's crypto enforcement strategy. And the pardon of the former Binance CEO, Changpeng Zhao, CZ. During a Senate Judiciary Committee confirmational hearing, Senator Dick Durbin accused Blanche of dismantling the Justice Department's crypto enforcement unit and ending active investigations into the digital asset sector while serving as the Deputy Attorney General. Durbin argued that the policy shift benefited Trump's crypto interests, including World Lady Financial, and scrutinized Zhao's presidential pardon following his 2023 guilty plea over the anti-money laundering violations. And again, he did serve his sentence over that, and he got a pardon later. So Blanche rejected the no allegations directly, but said that he would review the pardon process and confirmed. Senator Tom Tillis also raised concerns about Changpeng Zhao's pardon. Yikes! Also, we have a $2 super chat from Jake the Snake. Jake, thank you! You didn't have to, mate. I love you, man. All right, let's take a look and see what Jake's got.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Exactly. Sometimes maybe Gwei. Yeah. Take that as good or take that as bad. Now it may look bad. Yeah, now it may look bad. Looked pretty good a few weeks ago. Now look very bad. Okay. Thank you for that one, Jake. Keeping it lighthearted in here. All right, let's get back to it. Where were we? I lost my page. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. I love seeing that the original meme on that too. It's hard to find the original. Crypto faces AML risks during post-MICA migration, says AMLA chair. Mass under migration following the end of the MICA transitional period could strain compliance at virtual service providers, VASPs, and the European Union. According to the Bruna Suego, chair of the Authority of the Anti-Monitoring, Laundering, and Countering the Financing of Terrorism, AMLA. Because we know the customers will rush in withdrawal, this will put additional pressure on the VASPs, Suego said during a Wednesday briefing with the European Parliament's Committee on Economic and Monetary Affairs. I don't want to get any more into the weeds on that. That's going on right now overseas. Over 95% of Coinbase's code is now written with the help of AI, which could be good or concerning, I guess. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. For artificial intelligence now helps write more than 95% of Coinbase's code, offering new insight into crypto exchanges' AI strategy. I want to know what platform they're using. Are they using Claude? That seems to be the programmer's favorite, of course. Algorithm right now. Following its decision to cut 14% of its workforce earlier this year, and a lot of these companies still reporting mass layoffs every single month. Coinbase has cut 700 staff in May to email employees. Coinbase Brian Armstrong said, AI has dramatically changed the pace of work, and there needs to be a return to the speed and focus of our startup founding with AI at its core. Damn. Of course, coming in, his reasoning why, of course, the layoffs are happening is his company. We just had the most recent one. I think it was Xbox division at Microsoft laid off like 3,000 workers or more. That just recently happened as well. All right, we're going to get into some more news, but I'm glad that I pulled that up because none of those I had pulled up today. Cool. We're just adding more fuel to the fire. There's a lot going into tonight, guys. There's a lot of news pulled up, so we're going to probably do our lightning round. I'm going to just try to move through these as fast as possible. There's a lot of news. Quick of the rink, says Jacob the Snake with a $2 super chat. I did quick of the rink. There's another rink. Ooh, another rink.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, damn, dude, damn. Exactly. You just put that green screen right on top of Gwei. Right on top of Gwei. It needs to just stop now. Now. Oh, jeez. It's going to be a fun night, guys. It's going to be a fun night. I might have to save that one for later. I might have to get that one. I'll go for the channel. That could be a fun, asset. All right, Bitcoin banking adoption hits 32% average as major banks and financial institutions integrate. Bitcoin's integration among the world's largest banks and financial institutions has reached a notable average of nearly 1/3. The largest bank index in the Bitcoin Treasury from Strategy measures adoption at 32% across the 25 largest players of the banking finance. I showed you that one. We don't have it on this page, but I showed you that one, that list. It was like a week or two when Strategy put that out. I think it was last week. And it was getting pretty big already. This is probably just citing the same numbers we saw back then. Fidelity stands out with the highest integration at 71%, underscoring its advanced approach compared to its peers. Published on July 14th, the report provides a clear snapshot of current trends and focuses on measurable steps like the custody services, trading capabilities, and product offerings tied to Bitcoin on each of their platforms. Chairman of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, where'd it go? Stated that investment in Bitcoin by major banks is accelerating, but it's still early. The overall index score is 32%. Wait until what happens when it's at like 90 or 80? I mean, literally every bank out there is going to be offering it to their clients, if that's, of course, the intention. All right, moving on. Japan passes law recognizing crypto as financial products. Again, Japan moving forward while we are still standing still. So far. We'll get into the update on clarity tonight. Later. Soon. Japan has enacted sweeping amendments to its financial laws and classified cryptocurrencies as financial products, opening the door for lower crypto taxes, domestic exchange-traded funds, and stricter monetary oversight or market oversight. We did just recently, of course, have that bill that's going to enact into law next year. Their lower crypto taxes. It's overall 20% spread. It's such a good freaking tax. I mean, it's still in America. It's like your long-term capital gains is still like an average of what, like 40. No, long-term capital gains like 15 to 20%, which is not bad. But your overall like short-term capital gains is like 40%, depending on your your tax bracket. It's not good in America. We gotta fix this shit, or we're gonna push everyone to Japan. How about Dubai and Czech Republic and Switzerland, and there's so many other, of course, nations with very low to zero crypto taxes. Thailand, zero taxes for at least 3 years in Thailand. Anyway, the legislation creates a separate legal category for crypto assets alongside the traditional financial products such as stocks and bonds. Until now, cryptocurrencies have been regulated under the Payment Services Act and as a payment method rather than investment products. Among the changes, the amended law introduces insider trading restrictions for crypto transactions, requires annual disclosures from its issuers of certain crypto assets, and increases penalties for unregistered businesses. Coin posts reported that the maximum prison sentence for operating without a registration will increase from 3 years to 10 years, so better play by the book, while the maximum fine will be 3 million yen to 10 million yen, or about $18,000 to $61,000. All right, so that's a little bit what's going on over there. Again, continuing their improvements to the tax laws and registering, recognizing crypto as financial products. All right, moving on. XRP, Bitcoin consolidates for 10 weeks. Is a FOMO fuel breakout next? Is the bottom in? That's going to be the ongoing theme of this episode. Currently, the market is showing all signs of an altcoin cycle. From the technical standpoint, when Bitcoin's dominance has trended higher for 3 consecutive weeks, recent breaking above 59% level, Ethereum dominance is now taking the lead, pushing the ETH to Bitcoin ratio up more than 10% over the same window. This suggests that the capital is rotating across the market rather than the remaining solely Bitcoin-led. Yeah, but we're still pretty damn high on the dominance. I showed you guys this every single day, that metric. Bitcoin's still sitting right around that 60% dominance, 58.9, 59.8. It's still right there. Ripple is no exception, as the AMB crypto flagged FOMO around XRP and ETH has climbed over the 5-week straight high, while Bitcoin sentiment remains neutral. More importantly, XRP is leading ETH in bullish sentiment, which is insane because they just fell to $1 not that long ago. XRP now right now sitting at $1.11 on XRP, looking pretty bullish. I mean, I may add on that current chart right now, looking pretty good. All right, where were we? Ripple is but it looks the same thing as Bitcoin right now. Technically, it's about the same. Bitcoin sentiment remains neutral. Where was I? 2.31 to 1 ratio, Bitcoin against Ethereum versus XRP, and overall sentiment. XRP's Bitcoin consolidates on a chain momentum builds. A 10-week consolidation usually sets the stage for the strong move in either direction. Usually, like, we find a new leg up after 2 weeks. So it's been, of course, a 10-week consolidation streak. With FOMO continuing to build, the bias is starting to lean bullish, and the XRP to Bitcoin ratio has now spent nearly 10 weeks consolidating around the 4015 level, a sign that the longer-term accumulation may be taking place rather than the short-term capital rotation. If the structure holds, a breakout above resistance could mark the start of a fresh leg higher for Ripple against Bitcoin. That's just, of course, just Bitcoin against XRP. I never heard someone refer to Ripple on. This is probably an AI generated article. Anyway, Cathie Wood ARK buys another 220,000 Circle shares despite the sell-off recently, of course, against USDC, Circle of Commerce company behind that platform, that's second largest stablecoin. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest added 113.9 million worth of Circle shares on Tuesday, extending its July buying spree to 725,500 shares amid a steep stock decline. She's doubling down. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest just doubling down on the bet on the USDC issuer Circle, even as the company's stock remains under pressure. ARK bought another 220 shares of Circle across the 3 of its actively managed ETFs on Tuesday. So according to the company's daily trade disclosure reviewed by Cointelegraph, based on Circle's Tuesday closing price of 63.20 cents, ARK's latest purchase was worth about 13.9 million. And again, she's just doubling down. She knows something's up, and crypto is about ready to run. Obviously, if you're putting 2 to 2 together, right before the weekend, again, we have the deadline for the Genius Act, of course, the stablecoin bill from last year. That deadline is Saturday, so she knows something's up. She wants to get ahead on it. It seems like she knows somebody that knows something. Of course, Cathie, the great, the lovely Cathie Wood. South Korea to modify 76-year-old law to classify cryptocurrencies as national assets. There's another crazy one coming out of South Korea. It's kind of stirring things up again as well. South Korea plans to update a 76-year-old national asset management system to formally include virtual currencies and intellectual property in the country's definition of national assets, according to the Ministry of Economy and Finance. Economic policy roadmap released on Wednesday. The proposal contemplates revising the National Property Act, which dates back to 1950 and includes plans to create a broader legal framework for managing state-owned assets. The ministry reiterated plans to start a pilot program for tokenized assets, government bonds in 2027, saying the blockchain technology has potential to reduce transactional costs and speed up transfers. Officials also studying the tokenization of state-owned real estate to allow retail investors to participate in the share of investment returns, according to the plan. The announcement builds on South Korea's broader push to bring blockchain into public finance. Later this year, Finance Ministry said that they would begin testing tokenized deposits for government spending in the fourth quarter. The Bank of Korea has also started trials in the central bank digital currency, the CBDC, with commercial banks, of course, as another country, of course, jumps onto that dystopian future. The government said that it plans to connect its tokenized government bonds to the Bank of Korea's CBDC infrastructure during the 2027 pilot, and will study interoperability between the central bank's blockchain network and other distributed ledger platforms. Again, Europe also having their 2027 pilot as well. Don't forget, next year is going to be a big year for CBDCs. Bitcoin tops 65.5 as 209 million in crypto shorts collapse across markets. Of course, this happened this morning. We lived through it. It was fun. We watched all the bears run and retreat higher, and this is the aftermath that we're living through it today. I just want to, of course, bring this one front. It did happen. All right. Continuing. Hackers. This one was fun. There's so much news today, guys. Hackers hijacked SpaceX and Starlink X accounts to push Scatman. Remember the Scatman? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that. Also, something totally different in the Urban Dictionary. Anyway, meme coin scam, and they actually hijacked SpaceX and Starlink accounts to push it. Hackers seized control of the prominent SpaceX and Starlink accounts on X to push off the scam, promoting a meme coin. On-chain data shows, according to the on-chain analytics platform Look On-Chain, the hackers used the two companies of Elon Musk's social media feeds to drum up interest with a meme coin they called Scatman, and then they rug pulled their investors. I have to. I can't. I can't go without doing it. I don't think I did enough justice. Yeah, this one. It's classic. Freaking 12 years old now.
I'm a scat man.
Yeah, that one. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this morning we saw the I wonder if it had something to do with it, maybe. SpaceX now tumbling down to about $135 per share. Again, just your daily reminder. Because I've been calling for this one since since the launch. I was like, it's probably baseline bear. Landed right on top of the bear as soon as it launched. And yeah, we still have the early investors only allowed to start selling on that August 9th deadline, right? August 3rd deadline. I don't know what that's going to have to just really start ripping. It's got to really start ripping soon to get some sort of gains or attempt a recovery before they can get the sell. Then they go down lower. That could be crazy. We've seen something like that happen. Who knows? Anyway, Scatman. That was fun. Yeah. Not every day you get to talk about Scatman. Jeez. All right. Shiba Inu, Japanese tech giant Rakuten Wallet has announced that the creation of the first physical Emu coin of its kind. The project is the 5th release of the collectible Real Coin series and has already become an absolute hit among the company's internal tests, thanks to its unique tactical surface. And I'm guessing, I don't know, I didn't read ahead on this one, but I'm guessing that they're going to try to create physical tokens with actual, on-chain block, use case. Kind of like the old tokenized Bitcoin, gold coins. And they had, of course, inscribed with the, the wallet addresses for the coins themselves. Japanese tech giant, of course, Rakuten is putting this one out. And they look pretty cute. If you guys are an old fan of Shiba Inu. I played with the coin in the past. Anyway, the physical sheep coin is now a metal souvenir with no technical connection to the blockchain. Ooh. Boo, that's boring. However, Rakuten approached this creation with distinctly Japanese perfectionism. Unlike previous releases in the series, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, the Shiba Inu coin is the first to use sandblasting technology. Oh, wow. That's just so stupid. All right, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna make the coin go anywhere. Just like Dogwood had on the Vegas Spear never went anywhere. Yeah. Bitcoin gets 80K August target. Watch these Bitcoin price levels next. This is coming from Cointelegraph. Let's see what we have here. I'm expecting to see a rally to 68,000 in the next 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, followed by continuation towards 75K into August, 75 to 80K in August. Definitely could happen with, clarity right around the corner. This is coming from, on X, crypto trader Michael Van de Pape, which we've covered before. It's holding a crucial level of 61,000 and flipping important MAs for support, indicating there's more momentum on the horizon, he wrote, referring to the moving average trend lines. And yep, and we're still climbing, much higher than 61 today. All right, moving on. Brian Armstrong, this is the big one. Brian Armstrong asked if Bitcoin's bottom is in, and the crypto community cannot agree on it. Yes, sir. This is good. I like this. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong sparked debate with over Bitcoin's price direction on July 14th, asking X users whether the OG cryptocurrency has already reached its market bottom. Is the bottom in? He said. The poll quickly drew thousands of votes and a wave of comments, with the community split almost evenly between the yays and the nays. Poll splits a crypto X down the middle. It all started with the simple question: is the bottom in? Perpetual futures trading, stablecoin payments, prediction markets, and tokenized real-world assets have just been growing, he said. As the time of writing, nearly 31,000 people have cast their vote on this poll, and more than 648,000 X users have viewed the post, with 55.6% who voted no. Well, 44.4% believe that it already has bottom. I like this odd. I like these odds. 55.6%. I want to see the majority say no. No. I want to see the majority say no. We're a major majority. I want to see like 65%, maybe 70% say no. And then you really know the bottom's in. Yeah, that's how that works. Psychology, of course. Okay, the replies were split along the same lines of the vote, with one user, AI developer Ian Rachmanov, in total agreement with tweeting, "Opinion, the bottom is in." Meanwhile, Chainlink founder Joshua Ramsberg argued the poll had become a market map, and Armstrong's comments pointed to a sector where crypto adoption is expanding beyond Bitcoin itself. Some of these who don't agree that the bottom was in included the market watcher or Crypto Talk, who said that the very high chance Bitcoin would go back to $50K to $55,000 range one more time before any real recovery happens. And that's kind of been our idea here on the channel anyway. Basically, if Clarity doesn't get off the grounds, we return one more time to that range. And then we, of course, see a recovery going into the crypto fall, winter, into next year. Others, like crypto educator Rob Art, focus squarely on the percentages, saying that in the past bottoms, the price of Bitcoin dropped 93%, 84%, and 77%. Right where we're at right now is just over 50% below its October 2025 all-time high, and would need to be roughly 65% to follow the pattern that he pointed out has been in effect since 2014. I see the point he has there. But the adoption rate is growing significantly more than we, of course, originally anticipated. We did not expect ETFs to roll out when they did. We did not expect, the halving to, new all-time had to happen before the halving like it did. We are kind of speeding things up as things go along is what I'm getting at. On-chain data paints a more balanced picture. While opinions remain divided, recent on-chain analytics analysis points to a market that looks very different from the overheated conditions seen during the 2025 bull run. A July 14th report in XWin Japan highlighted the widely followed crypto quant indicators, the MRRV. I just lost my spot. Net unrealized profit loss, realized price, and a Pule multiple. According to the update, the metric suggests that Bitcoin is no longer in a euphoric phase, with valuations cooling off, investor optimism fading without reaching outright capitulation. It also showed that the market activity appears more consistent with the consolidation and accumulation. And that might just be because we've been following the entire trend of AI more closely than we have been, of course, more opportunistic or optimistic around crypto itself. That assessment broadly matches Bitcoin's recent price behavior, despite the selling pressure linked to the renewed conflict involving Iran and the United States and earlier concerns over the strategy of Bitcoin sales. The cryptocurrency has fought its way back to close to 63,000 without founding itself near the $61,000 mark on Monday. All right. So yeah, that's the reaction we're having right now to Brian Armstrong, of course, Coinbase CEO's latest post. We cannot agree if Bitcoin bottom is here or not. It's almost right down the middle, 55.5 to 44.4. It's insane. It's insane how closely we're divided. Let me ask you guys in a poll over here on my channel how you guys are feeling about that. Yes or no? Is the bottom in? Is the bottom in tonight? Let's just say, is the bottom in around the what the heck is the bottom in around between, let's see this, between, we'll make it pretty simple, 50k to 60k. Is that the bottom? 55 to 60k, is that the bottom? Yes or no? All right, moving on. There's a lot more. Ripple's David Schwartz pushes back on SEC revision. XRP was the security. David Joel Katz Schwartz Lamblast. Jesus Christ. The trendy SEC case revisionism. And I really don't want to spend too much time on this, but I thought I'd just bring it up. David Schwartz is also known as Joel Katz. If you guys don't know who he is, please look him up. He's the CTO of Ripple, and is pushing back hard against what he calls an attempt to rewrite history during, of course, the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, and that case went on for years. Oh my God. Yeah. Too damn long. In a recent post, Schwartz argued that the SEC didn't just target specific sales. It treated XRP itself as security across the board. The SEC's core argument was, according to Schwartz, the SEC's complaint repeatedly referred to XRP as the security, and their press release stated that XRP sold XRP coins without a registration statement. The agency itself described Ripple's executives Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse as security holders. Gary Gensler's own words. David Joel Katz Schwartz pointed to the public statements from then SEC chair Gary Gensler as the clearest evidence in the speeches and comments. Gensler's and the commission framed the case around XRP itself, not the institutional or direct sales. And this is, of course, his response to some of these allegations over here. Of course, attempting to rewrite history, in his words. David Schwartz on X. This is a bizarre attempt to rewrite history. Among other obvious contradictions between this and the facts, how is this consistent with arguing that Ripple's sales of XRP on exchanges were offerings of the security contracts? The SEC absolutely argued that the holders of XRP... I gotta go over here to continue, damn it. Oh my God. Jeez. Absolutely argued that the holders of XRP reasonably expected profits from the Ripple's efforts and were in effect partners in a shared venture. What other theory could encompass sales at the exchanges? You may wish to read about the SEC's memo in support of the motion for the summary judgment again, he says. All right, of course, just continuing on. This broad approach was central to this SEC strategy. It wasn't a narrow claim about the certain buyers. It was a blanket assertion that XRP transactions by Ripple violated security laws. The Howey test is back in focus. SEC case heavily relied on the Howey test, the classical legal framework used to determine whether something qualifies as an investment contract and thus a security. Under the Howey asset is security, and if there is an investment of money in a common enterprise with a reasonable expectation of profits derived from the efforts of others, then it is security, of course, to the Howey test. I've been over this damn thing for many years on my channel. Okay, you are ignoring the entire thrust of the argument. Their statements are around it. The pushback they got from the court is the attempt at the complete rewriting of history. And it just goes on and on and on. But that's been ongoing now. I don't want to spend too much more time on it. I've got other things to cover, more pressing things, other than an old case. But The SEC is coming out right now, and why does this still matter? Let's just go into that, and we'll kind of clear it up with that. The debate has resurfaced as people revisit the case, the outcome, and the ongoing discussions around the crypto regulation. Sources post services a direct rebuttal to anyone trying to downplay the SEC's original position or claim that they were only going after specific distributions. For XP holders, the broader crypto community, David Schwartz's reminder reinforces the key narrative. The SEC took an aggressive and expansive view of what they constituted as a security, and then went far beyond the rolling. The fight was over the case of how it remembered and continues. And also, don't forget, a big portion of this was probably just the whole crypto back in general. That's just how it looked through my eyes going through that entire time period in crypto. All right, Pi Network. Why should you care on this one? Because it needs to go away, man. It just needs to go away. Pi Network news. Expert warns Pi could lose the top 100 status below to a penny. Oh no! Amid the supply crisis, and I just want this one to go away. So I hope this is the last time I ever see this thing ever in the headlines on any news outlet. All right. Why should you care? You shouldn't. That's going to end with that. That's an inside joke. Swift's November deadline puts ISO 222 front and center. Swift will stop accepting cross-border payments that use the fully unstructured address data, forcing banks to adopt ISO 222 standards. We knew this was coming. This has been, of course, for a very long time talked about here deeply in the crypto community here on Crypto YouTube. And it's pretty obvious. Almost everyone that needs to have the standardization's already got it, right? So it's not a big deal. But of course, this is all lining up really, really on top of, again, the Genius Act going into full effect after this weekend. Swift kills off the unstructured payment messages. For decades, banks have used Swift legacy MT messages, a kind of digital telegram, to move money. These messages often pack names, cities, and countries to a single unlabeled line that frequently needs human review. Stevenson describes them as a cramped little blob of text. Computer can't really read it reliably. An ISO 222 standard replaces that with the XML-based MX messaging built in from labeling fields, names, streets, towns, country, making the data machine readable and easier to validate on November 14th. As part of the major shift release, Swift release, every cross-border payment system will have to include the address that is either fully structured or at least a hybrid structured version of this. The purely unstructured addresses upon option is being decommissioned, turned off. The host says that the bank still needs an unstructured address after the date. If it gets rejected, a minimum town and country must sit on their dedicated fields. We're going to probably see a lot of coins start moving on this news. And again, this is a buy the rumor, sell the news type event. So again, invest wisely. Don't afford to invest more than you're willing to lose, right? There's tons and tons and tons of coins out there with this particular narrative. All right, that's the only reason I wanted to bring that up. All right, moving on. Trump converted crypto profits into stocks, bonds, and new filings reveal. Oh no. President Trump shifted tens of millions of dollars into profits from cryptocurrency investments into conventional stocks and bonds. According to a new report, the reinvestment appears in recent financial disclosures filed with the U.S. and Office of Government Ethics, indicating that Trump's generated $1.4 billion through his family's digital asset projects, including World Liberty Financial and the Trump meme coin. Report from, of course, Reuters. Analysis of Trump's traditional financial holdings in the last couple of years shows that the president owned between $703 million and $2.6 billion in stocks and bonds at the end of 2025, representing about 4x increase from his holdings between $225 million and $608 million at the end of 2024. The rise in Trump stocks and bond ownership coincides with his entry into the crypto market. Following shows that showed Trump's holdings in ranges rather than the exact figures. And the analyst doesn't determine the exact amount of crypto or capital Trump rotated into crypto from stocks and, of course, bonds, etc. Timothy Mascot, director of the Digital Assets Policy Project at the JFK School of Government at the Harvard University, said, although the president talks about digital assets as the frontier of finance and making the United States the crypto capital of the world, the disclosure from form suggests his personal strategy is to make a quick buck from crypto through the sales of a meme coin and World Liberty Financial tokens. You can't argue with that. Yeah, you can't. But then again, the investments of his profits in traditional assets like stocks and bonds, of course, he invests those profits he's rotating into stocks and other currencies. All right. So that's leading into what we have now. An ethical concern, an ethical divide right now going into Clarity Act. And here's where we are, guys. Drum roll, please. Boom. President Trump expected to meet with senators to work out ethics concerns in the next crypto draft bill. Yes, clarity. The most consensus piece of crypto market structure bill, unresolved, the final weeks of the Senate runway, and the president is expected to discuss it this week. This week. They're supposed to get that draft bill signed on Friday. It's probably happening tomorrow. President Donald Trump is expected to sit down with U.S. senators Thursday afternoon to try to work out the most difficult remaining piece of the bill, regulate U.S. crypto markets according to the people familiar with the plans. And yeah, guys, this is leading right up to the address we have tomorrow, which we're also going to be doing bingo again, Trump bingo. We're going to have to update this. Man, having 2 days straight of Kevin Warsh bingo really made me realize how crude Trump's bingo card is. Like communists, fake news, too late, pal, too late. I mean, it's been a wild ride, man, here on the channel. All right. So anyway, yeah, that's going to happen right before he goes on, and addresses the entire world on the latest plans with Iran. And hopefully he's got something good out of those talks with Iraq this week. Okay. As the Digital Market Clarity Act faces the final weeks of potential Senate floor time, it has most realistically get passed later this year. The major unfinished section in legislation restriction on the government, senior government officials for personal business interests into the crypto sector. The Democrats have demanded such limits, most significantly to address Trump's own ties, but negotiators have been unable to fix the compromise even as the clock winds down. It's going to be hard to push the president's family out of crypto. I mean, they have an American Bitcoin company mining Bitcoin. They have investments in a lot of fields that are definitely other than crypto. I mean, they're making drones, they're building drones. But yeah, the crypto stuff, Worldly Financial, a whole stablecoin, company. And also the meme coins. The meme coins, I definitely think that was a stupid idea. Definitely got a lot more attention I didn't want to see drawn to crypto at the very beginning of last year. Anyway, there's definitely ethical concerns there. I don't disagree with that, but there has been ethical concerns with all markets since the beginning of time. We should probably resolve those with that Pelosi Act. And it should have happened first. The president and his advisors are expected to meet with the senators to work on the closing the gap. The people said through a text of an almost final version of the Clarity Act was expected to begin circulating. This may slip in later in the week while talks continue on the people. One of the people said. Clarity Act's progress may hinge on what the president is willing to accept on the ethics section and whether he'll support the bill that directly restricts his own businesses. He urged Congress to work towards a Clarity Act passage, but he's never explicitly addressed what he's willing to sign and what he's willing to lose if it were to be signed to law. The restrictions are outlined for government officials. A White House spokesperson didn't immediately comment on the meeting plans. Recently, the negotiations among senators of both from parties were said to hit a wall over the conflict of interest provision, in which the Democrats have demanded the president, vice president, and members of Congress to be restricted in their personal crypto ties. The disclosure from Trump said that he made more than $1 billion from the industry involvement since 2025, added fuel for, of course, the critics' fire. On Tuesday, a few Democrat senators held a press conference to call their Clarity Act opposition. If it doesn't serve Trump's corrupt ties to the sector, sever. If it doesn't sever Trump's crypto ties to the sector, of course they won't vote on it. But that vocal group didn't include Senator Ruben Gallego, a Democrat who has been in the front of the Clarity Act ethics negotiations for months. Gallego, alongside the fellow Democrats, Senator Angela Brooks, who also voted for the bill in the committee, said in May that they would not support the bill's final passage without the ethics provision. Again, we covered that as well a few weeks ago. Feels like months ago. Another person following the negotiation said that he hadn't heard any of the Democrats being invited to the White House for this meeting at a present time. And it's unclear whether or not they'll be participating as well. It doesn't seem like they have been, for the most part, invited to a lot of these gatherings anyway. Industry insiders have contended that they're getting the ethics section nailed down would launch clarity through the remainder of the Senate hurdles, but Trump's willingness to allow restrictions that might affect him has remained an uncertainty. The Senate has also setting the Department of Washington for the lengthy summer recess after the first week of August, leaving only a few weeks left, of course, in this month to work out the final Clarity Act effort before lawmakers scatter to begin focusing more intently on the November's midterm elections. Senator leader John Thune has said that he'll press forward with the Clarity Act later this month, whether the final language is set or not. So we're going to see something, no matter what, by the end of the month. Rear its head, whether it's ugly or I don't know, somewhat less beat up and battered. All right, guys, we're gonna get into some crypto doom scrolling soon. I do have a little bit of time left in the channel to do so. I do want to, if I do have some time tonight with you guys, maybe I'll do it on the Patreon. Set up the bingo card for Trump, as a lot has changed since the last time we did bingo for Trump. It's his last address. All right, let's get back to it, guys. Bitcoin currently sitting at 64,600. A little bit of a downturn here at the foreign market open. Let's take a look at the Kospi real quick before I do catch up with you guys. I'm going to be really behind on that. Really behind on that. Opening today a little on lower. A little lower on today. It's kind of sideways on the 5-day, but it did open a little lower today so far. Down about 5.5%. Jeez, on the Kospi. We just can't win. We just can't make them happy over there. All right, let's get back into this. Bitcoin sitting again 64.5 on, of course, the foreign market open. All right, let's get back to it. What do you guys got for me? I'm going to just start in a random spot. Nick Lovett, my dumbass dad bought Gwei at the top. Oh, no. What? Oh, my God. That sucks, man. That sucks. Damn. Clips. Okay. What a dumb Scott. He is so gway sometimes, says Nick Lovett. Cliff says, didn't Sailor mention this past week that strategy is not too worried about Bitcoin unless it dips to 8 to 10K? Sailor's been saying that for a long time. I think 17K was their 2024, 2025 bottom that would really, throw them off course. But I guess now, to get diluted, 8 to 10K. That's a new one. Okay, the clip says, didn't sound like they had a pullback that far. Mainly that this pullback isn't impacting or creating any doubts. Yeah, this is where we're pretty much at, right? Even if we did see a pullback to 45, it's not going to affect strategy in a major way. Twink is a skinny small guy. What the hell, Los? What the hell? Brandon White says, oh, Justin Bieber. Like Justin Bieber. What? Who? Who's buying a monkey like Justin Bieber? What are you talking about? I must have missed something in the chat earlier. Cliff says, why the Crypto Otaku no likey the Pi Network? All right. It's been an inside joke for many years. Okay, but I have hated Pi Network for the sole fact that when 2021's bull market ran, Picoin was front and center, right? I'll just go back and do the story one more time. I had friends contacting me. This is crypto. I'm going to get into this. And basically all you do is just hit a button on your freaking phone, and then it mined a little bit, took a portion of your processing power on your phone to basically mine or the asset. All right, fast forward to 2025. I had people calling from years I haven't even heard from for years, asking about crypto and particularly Picoin. And they're like, "Where is my money? I'm just gonna get this and that." And they tried to get their coins out, and it was worth pennies on the dollar by the time, of course, the early investors dumped on them. They were able to get out any significant amount. It wasn't worth anything at all. And they, of course, some of those people were pushing that button on their phone for many, many years to mine that Pipecoin. But yes, Brendan White is right. He mined Pipecoin for years. It has been mined for a long time. I think it's it definitely triggers me. Yeah, it definitely triggers me. Danny's right on that one. Pi mining didn't treat me okay. You know what? I signed up a long time ago to investigate it back in 2021, 22. But I really didn't. I didn't go back there. I think I might have went back to see what the coins were worth. They weren't worth nothing. Some of these people were sitting on coins they were mining for years, and they maybe got $5 out of it, if that. It's just definitely very triggering for me, because it just, to me, it just seems like A fool's gold of crypto, really. Okay, Jacob Snake says, that's because it'd be their pie, not your pie. Yes. No slice to you. Damn. Of course, the king is right. Brandon White says, yeah, no shit. Let me know, Brandon, what your experience was and how many years you mined it. Yeah, mined for 5 years, says Brandon. Wow. Yeah, damn. Fuck my life, 5 years, says Cliff. I wanted the pecan pie. Instead, you got pie. Yeah. Bingo card ideas. There's one. Toll. A toll. Okay, because Trump is gonna be. We're gonna make a toll. We're gonna be the ones tolling, not them. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I'll throw it on the card. We'll throw it on the card. I gotta rebuild this entire bingo card. This one's looking a little rough. That's a good idea, though. Okay, they're gonna make a deal. They're gonna make a... How many times have we heard him say that already? My God, man. They gotta make a deal. They want to make a deal. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. Stupid shit. They want to make a deal. Oh, that's a good... It's troll as fuck. It is. I love it. All right, well, we'll fit that one in there somehow, too. Jeez, guys, you guys are terrific. I can't do the channel without you. I really can't. You guys bring so much chaos to the channel. All right. What else we got here? That's a bingo. That's a bingo one there, says Jake the Snake. Yes, it is, Jake. Cliff says, Trump bingo card, long shot, something about the USPS, Federal Mail Service for Elections. I mean, it might be something they bring up. Daylight savings time is probably going to bring up that. I mean, that could be a really big win if they actually pass it. I don't know when that's going to get through the Senate, though. It did just get through the House, so maybe by the end of the week, maybe by the end of the month. Daylight savings time, that is a good win for him, too. That was something he ran on back in 2024, 2025. Brandon White says, what about really stupid? Really stupid. Kevin Warsh, he's not stupid. He always says stupid at some point, right? If he goes off the script. I don't know if he's going to go off the script, though. So maybe we'll add stupid on there, too. All right. Got a lot of good ideas from you guys tonight. It's easy for Trump, though. Damn, he really does get triggered. Yes, I do, Brandon. Bad Pie Network. It was a long time coming for that freaking coin. And I just get so excited every time I hear about it going down another 20, 30, 40, 50, 80%, whatever. Okay, Fool's Gold sums it up. Yes, 100%. A lottery ticket, whatever. Fool's Gold, 100%. How most of these coins are. Make sure you guys are diversified, holding, of course, a sound portfolio. Not just on the poop coins, right? Not on the shit coins. Or was it... Who's calls it? Mr. Wonderful calls them poo-poo coins. The poo-poo coins. Don't hold on nothing but poo-poo coins. All right. Bitcoin sitting at 64,500. Ethereum doing pretty damn well. Almost back to $2,000 on ETH. Look at that nice clean leg up structure. Damn. We'll see if that continues. Brandon White says, tremendous with a $2 super chat. Thank you. Brandon White, thank you. All right. Let's get into, of course, some doom scrolling tonight. See if there's anything else we may have missed on the channel. Tons of news, man. I was so excited to come on tonight with all that news, man. It's been a long time coming. Many weeks. Last 2 or 3 weeks been really slow on the news. Really slow. Some of these news outlets just flat out left and went on vacation. It was really nice to see the comeback this last 2 weeks in crypto news. All right. Let's get in to see what else we got going on here. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things down below. Don't forget, we also have a Patreon live happening tonight. We, of course, coming out for another one. We did do our one on Monday. We stayed up till way too late. 2 a.m. Eastern time. That was insane. I can't do that every time, guys. But I do make exceptions for, of course, a special someone who did, of course, join that night. Thanks again, guys, for coming out and supporting me. And, of course, if you want to do that any further, the best way to support me is, of course, through the Patreon. Because YouTube takes about 30% of everything I make on YouTube. All right. Let's see what we got here on the channel for chaos. Trump said he wants the U.S. to have the lowest interest rate anywhere in the world. Anywhere. He told Fox News he will out of respect for Fed Chair Walsh, but he wants the rates lower, saying that other countries pay 1% to 1.5% while the U.S. pays 3 or 4. He said also that the U.S. trade deficit is down 68% in 1 year because of the tariffs. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. We should have the lowest interest rate anywhere in the world by far, like we used to have many years ago. Yeah. I mean, for I was short period of time between the 90s and the early 2000s. That was it. I think that was it. Maybe the late 80s. I think started going downhill. I mean, after 2008, obviously. BlackRock's Larry Fink, we caught him on the live this morning with Kramer and friends. There was too much leverage in crypto, and that's why we had to wash out. There is more stability at these levels now, says, of course, Larry Fink. Again, if you didn't catch it this morning, here it is again.
As I said it in earlier times when I was here, I was always worried about the leverage in Bitcoin and crypto. There was too much leveraged players in it. That's why we had the washout, and I think there's more stability at these levels here. But no, we don't see that much implicit leverage. For the scale of the capital markets today, the leverage is not as large. I mean, that doesn't mean there's not pockets. But no, I, as I said in my prepared remarks this morning, I'm very bullish on the markets over the next 12 months. I think there's...
There you go. And of course, this man moves markets. Larry freaking Fink. All right. Coinbase, the Clarity Act would make pro-crypto policy permanent. The policy changes occurred already. We simply want the law to match up. Coinbase's chief policy officer says regulators are already adopting sensible crypto rules, but Congress must lock them into law to create long-term certainty. 100%. This is exactly what my entire argument is with too. We don't need it, right? Bitcoin doesn't need it. But investors need it for, of course, long-term certainty, and the capital needs it, of course, to stick and stay in crypto for long-term certainty. All right, 100%. Breaking: Japan just outpaced the U.S. on the crypto regulation, and we already covered that this morning. Or not this morning. This evening. Of course, if you didn't catch the news portion with me, officially passed a bill paving the way for crypto ETFs, cutting crypto taxes from 55% to 20%. Again, starting next year, but that passed, of course, earlier this year. All right. What else we got? We got Qubit, Milk Money in the chat. Do follow him, of course, here on Crypto Twitter. He is flowing through my feed still. He's teasing Qubit. On June 10th, a file called Anna.exe landed in the Qubit Discord price channel with the one instruction: get this number to 0. Anna reached 0. What does that actually mean? Find out more with Qubit. Oh, damn, dude. I love you, Milk Money. Love you. You always bring so much chaos to my channel. I appreciate you, man. Breaking: Japan has reclassified cryptocurrencies as financial assets, clearing the path to potential spot Bitcoin ETFs and reducing the top tax rate on the crypto gains, again, from 55 to 20%. We have covered this many times now. Tonight, South Korea officially reclassified Bitcoin as a strategic state asset. And again, I covered this one as well with entire lengthy coverage on, of course, what's going on with a National Asset Bank Basic Act, which will be formally bringing Bitcoin and crypto under the government's asset management system, and that's, of course, starting, to be reclassified in South Korea. The White House is coming to the table on the one thing that's blocking crypto clarity right now. Is it the one thing, though? Is it just the ethical concerns? Apparently it seems to be now. Of course, that's what we already talked about earlier. Provision of the whole fight: Democrats want the president and vice president of the Congress barred from personal crypto business, and the White House has said that it'll accept rules remaining running from the president down to the newest intern, but not a bill aimed at the office holder. Now, this is going to be hard to do. When you frame it like that, every single person in his cabinet is holding some amount of crypto. I remember covering it through the entire 2024 campaign. Every single person in the White House right now under his administration is holding some crypto. J.D. Vance had like 2 Bitcoin when he first got into office, a minimum. He reported at least, I think it was like 200,000 around the time when Bitcoin was trading around 100,000. What else? We have so many. Scott Besson's holding crypto. I mean, there's so many people. Obviously, RFK Jr. ran with Bitcoin for his personal campaign. He's holding crypto. Everyone's holding crypto, right? Of course, he's holding more, Bitcoin. But anyway, British HODL. I believe Bitcoin is getting ready to rip people's faces off again. It's coming in my feed here. Do love me the British HODL as well. Kathy Wood, of course, purchases more Circle. We covered all this already, so yeah, it looks like we are getting pretty much up-to-date news. I'm glad I'm doing my job, guys. Yes, sir. All right. With confirming that one there, I'm going to jump into the normies. Let's see what the normies are looking up tonight. If you haven't seen me do this before, basically we, of course, check up on the normies, look up the search history, get a quick laugh as they're not paying attention to crypto whatsoever. But sometimes they surprise us. Sometimes they do. All right, let's take a look and see what they're looking up tonight. We grade them on a traditional grade scale, A through F, and usually they get an F, and they usually only are distracted by 3 things: it's sports, video games, and celebrities, and sometimes food. All right, let's see. Air quality. Everyone's worried about air quality. Canada wildfires are, of course, spilling over into America. Spain versus Argentina. Sports. Normies love their sports. Trump's approval. Trump approval? I don't know what this is going on about. Approval rating nearing the record lows. All right, not good. His approval rating. The Odyssey movie that comes out this week, possibly. Scoring, looking pretty good, at least on the searches here. Some of the things coming out, man, are saucy from what I've heard. FAA Reagan National Airport ground stop. Something else happened over there, Ronald Reagan Airport. Costco new warehouse locations. Why do people want to know that? Jobs, possibly. Jobs. It's hard to get jobs right now with all the AI layoffs. Kate Middleton, Princess Charlotte Wibbleton. I guess a royal wedding happening. I don't know. Lucky Apple TV. A new TV series, miniseries, I don't know. Jack Smith, National Hot Dog Day, Storm versus Sky, sports. Continuing the, of course, the crowd up all of the normie searches is the sports. That's all sports. McDonald's new Caesar menu items, and I think we read that last night too. It's food. Food. Sylvester Stallone. Okay. He's gonna play Rocky again, I guess. I don't know. And BMW starter rally recalls. It's like the second day now we've had these BMW recalls. Oh no, it was Subaru yesterday. Okay, whatever. Same shit, different day. All right, again, guys, normies getting F today. Nothing, of course, of value there. Not a single thing. F- for them today. Not a single thing related to, of course, any financial sector. Let's take a look at the last 7 days on Bitcoin. Again, today, looking at a decent peak today, too. Bigger than we did see, of course, yesterday or Monday. Of course, the opening. So I'd like to see that. And it's a little lower than Monday. Just a tad bit lower than Monday. Again, the one that start the curve this week was on Sunday. So, that was Sunday. Sunday's little breakout there. All right, and then of course we're looking at Ethereum, Doge versus Bitcoin, XRP, and Solana, and it's pretty much dead. It's pretty much dead. You could tell that we are in the heart of the bear market, guys. This is some of the lowest shit I've ever seen. It's one of the great things too is you can go back and you can go through my channel, since I do everything by verbatim, right? We look at the same data on different days every single day. You're able to go back and look at what I'm talking about. You can definitely see the changes in the air. And this is no bueno. It's just Bitcoin, obviously. But XRP is flatlining down there with the rest of them in the overall Google searches. Cool. All right, and then, of course, continuing the Kospi, lower on the daily. Not good. We'll talk more about that tonight as well on the Patreon. Guys, it's only $50 a month to hang out with the Chaos Crew. Join us over there. Get some positions going. Guys, by the end of the year, you should be locked in on your long-term positions. Again, I can show you what mine is going to be. All you got to do is go over there and just ask some questions. All right. Jumping over to, of course, back to crypto. Skibidi Oh, jeez. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. What are we looking at? About the same as we saw earlier. I just want to double check here. Bitcoin's still kind of, a little bit of a retracement back down to 65.45. We haven't seen that since the, was that the Tuesday open? Yeah, we ran that up to the Tuesday open. So if we go a little bit lower, we're holding it so far, but if we go a little bit lower, we could maybe start retesting like 63.9. That could happen tonight too if we continue the bearish sell-off into the foreign market open. If you guys didn't catch the morning live, well, you missed out on another day of winning. Winning.
We're gonna win so much.
Of course, last night we called, of course, the basic move on Bitcoin, calling for baseline bear, and we landed right on top of our baseline target, or pretty much our baseline target. Little scribble I did, of course, last night. My likelihood of where we were going to land on Bitcoin in the evening. And we are going to do the same thing again, guys, as we do every single night, and show you where Bitcoin's likely going to go tomorrow. All right, let's get it. I got what time? I got 15 minutes left, and then I got to head over to the Patreon live. So let's make this one happen. Man, I'm gonna have a glass of wine tonight. It's been a week. It's been a week. I got that one on top of it. Yes, we do. All right. If you haven't seen me do this before, 9, 12, and 3 are the only numbers you need to know. That's it. That's all you need to know. And of course, inversely on the other side of the world, in Thailand, where we're headed, the channel, of course, can be taken there by the end of the year. Japan and South Korea, and of course, a lot of other countries, of course, waking up around this time. Inversely, with the other side of the world, we're doing the same thing over here. 9, 12, and 3. 9 being in the morning open, 12 being the intraday trading, and 3 being, of course, the wind down to the close every single day. This side or the other side of the world in Eastern Standard Time. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's get into it, guys. Where are we going? Let me catch up with you guys one more time in the chat, and we're gonna see where Bitcoin's likely gonna go this evening. It's gotta hold at least 64, 3, where we're at right now, basically. Before the afternoon over there. Let's take a look and see. The Chrisamella. I'm hoping you can cash out over 100K over my 10 million Pico. I've been holding for years now. The creator of it seems to be a good guy. I think they're going to be starting burning some of the tokens or doing a buyback of Pico soon. That's bullish, man. That sounds awesome. Let me get on some. Oh, damn. Crap. How's it going? The Chrismala. How's it going, man? I appreciate your doom. Tonight, I appreciate it. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to give you a shield, man. That's a great comment there. Brandon White says, "Hey Cliff, how's it going? How's it going, Cliff?" A shout out to Cliff from Brandon White. I've got 100 billion tectonic for sale next month. If anyone wants it, it's yours," says Brandon White. Sly, I play Rocky, says Cliff. That's what Sylvester Stallone says, I guess. Getting stronger, said Brandon White. Alexor, pour one out for the Chrismala. Yes, sir, for sure, man. For sure. Alexa. Talking about, yeah, that one. I can't say that one too loud and say too many things. Yeah, blame Canada. Yeah, there you go. Play that, that lovely goodie right there. Jacob Snake says, South Korea and Japan are nuking the world's markets right now. They continue to sell off, but America is still not. They're coming back on it though. This is the second or third week of sell-offs in South Korea right now. It's insane. Dude, I'm drinking a chillable red right now, says Brandon White. Ooh, oh man, I wish I had a red wine in the house. I think I just had some Moscato. Coop says, the Crypto Otaku, a go-go. Tomorrow's news today, straight out of Asia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Isn't that crazy? I wonder if I can still, that's the test. I wonder if I can still do it while I'm there. That's the big test. I wonder if that magic's gonna rub off. I don't know. Is that a Wham lyric? It is a Wham lyric. Yes, it is. A go-go. Jeez. Was it don't forget or pick you up before you go? I forget how that goes. Okay. Jake the Snake says foreign is asshole. Okay. Yeah. Foreign market is asshole now. He's right. All right. I've been, of course, blaming America for a long time for those pullbacks in crypto for the last 2 years. But now, Jake is right. For the first time in a long time, foreign market is asshole. But it's not affecting crypto right now. So we'll see, right? I mean, Bitcoin is holding at least 64.3. We do have recency bias, right? We haven't been here very long. It's possible we come back down and just stick to the trend. That's fine too. But as of right now, yeah, this is where we're currently at. Let's get into it. Where are we going in tomorrow, guys? Where are we going in tomorrow? Let's start with our baseline, as always. Baseline on Bitcoin going into the market open tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this one wrong. Please, I'm asking just one time being wrong in a big way, man. I don't even care if it goes down now. Just be wrong in a big way. All right, I'll just do some scribbles. I know it's going to be wrong if I do this, right? Just do some random ass scribbles. All right. I'm tired of it. I blame the simulation, guys. I blame the simulation. All right. Let's do this. Baseline going into the market open and the afternoon and the evening on the forward market. Okay, looking right now, it's about 10:45 here in the States, Eastern Standard Time. Over there, it's about afternoon. Of course, 11 will be, of course, lunchtime for them in South Korea, Japan, China. All right, so yeah, we're doing all this stuff over here. We'll see if we can get a little bit of rise out of Bitcoin. Not too crazy. It's our baseline, right? Maybe we get maybe get to a high of 66,000 on our baseline target. Roll that over and see if we can maybe get a little bit more. Yeah, it still looks a little bullish. I might clean that up a little bit. Bear case scenario. Bear case scenario. Let me yeah, set that to yellow, of course, as always, for our baseline target. All right, bear case scenario. We're going to drop here right now, right here, and we're going to test at least 63,007. If we lose that, maybe we'll come back down to 63.3. Then we're coming back down to maybe 62.3. Hit that line. Ooh, all so close. 62.6. If we could at least try to keep that in our bear case scenario, that wouldn't be too bad. And even that seems kind of bullish in my opinion. For a little bit of a consolidation and a pullback in the foreign market open. Not too bad. All right, and then we got our bull case scenario. Bull case scenario, we're just going to rip for no reason. I don't know why. Again, you guys know how I feel about whether we're at the market today. Yeah, we're going to just rip this. I don't know why 767. That's not too crazy. Bull case scenario, about $3,000 or $4,000 on that move up to about 3 o'clock in the morning. We roll that over as per usual, and then we are sitting at about 67. Not likely my scenario for the evening, obviously you guys know by now. All right, and then we're looking at yeah, the super bear and super bull case scenarios. I'm suggesting everything to the universe as always. Super bull take us a bear down to at least 59,000. Fuck it, why not? Rip it, another band-aid off. China enters the war in Iran. That's what causes that. I love having some what-if scenarios on my channel. Okay, Super Bowl case. I don't have enough room. I don't have enough room for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl from right now would be about $75,000 Bitcoin. Realistically, it'd be about 74.4. But I'm gonna do 75 anyway because like our. Oh my God, I still don't have enough room. No one's bullish enough. No one's bullish enough. Remember when we used to get those candles? I do. Not anymore, though. Not anymore. Holy crap, I really don't have enough runway. This is retarded. Okay, all right, there we go. That is our Super Bowl case scenario for this evening. Crazy. Now that we have everything on the board, where are we most likely to go to tonight? In this fashion, I would say it's going to be baseline bear again. Baseline bear again. If we're lucky, we'll get right down the middle. Price action like we normally do of the foreign market. If we're lucky. A little bit of a rut at the foreign market close, and then America can kind of pick up where we left tomorrow morning. That's kind of the idea I have right now on Bitcoin. I could probably clean that up a little bit more, a little less volatility, right? A little bit volatile. It's going to go sideways, and then, of course, a continuation up. A little more baseline, or actually a little more bearish tonight than baseline, honestly, because of where we are right now on the Kospi. But it'd be nice if we kind of just grind that key level, maybe go a little underneath that, but don't get too bearish. We could wake up and it'd just be a little bit more bearish right off the gate. But I think for the most part, we're going to be pretty much right around that 64.4 level, 64.3. We're kind of where we are right now, either way, by the morning open. All right, where are we at in the chat, guys? How you guys feeling? We got to get over to the the Patreon. We got about 5 minutes. I'm gonna head over there and hang out with you guys for the evening. Of course, if you guys want to join over there, it's only $15 a month. Bring your questions, please. Bring your questions. I love going into deep dives on certain coins. If you guys bring a new coin we haven't heard of, and the chart looks freaking amazing, it could be, of course, another coin we like to, of course, pitch on the channel. All right. So yeah, what do we got here in the chat tonight? Dude, okay, I think that's where I left off there. Foreign is asshole. Yes, it is, Jake. Clip says, yes, starts in South Korea into Japan, and then one more Southeast Asian country, then something, boom, boom. Lo says, your first Asian stream, you need 3 ladies with you. I mean, honestly, I could make that happen for like $100. In Thailand, I could probably make that happen for $100. Probably the best night of my life, too. Not financial advice. Okay. Bingo card. Maduro. Ooh, proof of Maduro. Yes. Yes. We haven't heard a damn thing about Maduro. Venezuelan, of course, Presidente was captured. Total takeover. We haven't heard a damn thing. And that his court hearing was supposed to happen in March. And I think they rescheduled it to May, and we still haven't heard nothing. Like proof of life. Yeah, proof of Maduro. 100% there with that as well. Let's put that on the bingo card for tomorrow. If you guys haven't heard, yeah, Trump is going to be having an address tomorrow, and we are taking, taking requests for the bingo card for tomorrow. I'm going to rebuild this entire card, so we got to make it fresh for tomorrow. So what is that? Maduro, yeah, proof of Maduro. Oh, dude, you're freaking hilarious, dude. Okay, what else we have here? And foreign elections document disclosures. You lost me on that one. Brandon White says, I got 3, my wife and her 2 daughters, all supermodels with the fear of God and wrestle pigs as a unit. Whoa, Brandon White, you have a hell of a family. Holy crap. Cliff says, Los got to kick it off in style. Damn, yeah, you're right. Either way, at some point, I'm going to have a brand new studio over there. I'm excited. I'm not going to go buck wild because I do have to continue to move over time, but I'm probably going to get a gong. I'm probably going to get a gong just for the hell of it. Yes. Alexa, play Despacito. Oh, my God. Cliff says, oh, I have an idea. No guarantee of a good one, but rented out a go-go club for inaugural Highland live stream. Ooh, Cliff's got, he's got some ideas there. Chris Mella says, I know a wrestling pig who doesn't fear God. Oh, yes, you do? Oh, do you? Is he also a car salesman? Oh my God, Chris Mala, you're on fire tonight. That's crazy. Maple syrup, Canadian bacon. Yes, watch out. Yes, for the maple syrup mafia and what was it? The maple syrup cowboy? Was that? Oh, you guys are nuts. Maple syrup cowboy. That was a good one you guys came up with. Jacob 6 says more jowls than a bulldog. Damn, that's oof. Lo says Alexa, look up STD myths from Otaku. I am not gonna partake in that. I don't want to bring anything back that I didn't bring with me. That's the goal. That's the goal. Lo says he got an Asian crabs. The Asian crabs. I don't know the difference between the traditional ones or the American ones or the Western ones. I don't know. Chris Mala says bingo equals Israel. We love Israel. Ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's BB, right? What about BB? No BB. Whatever happened to BB? Is BB alive? I think he's alive. I think we've seen a proof of life since. Thailand is just up the street, says Brandon White. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're not that far away, of course, from where you're getting your citizenship. I'm excited for you, Brandon White. Definitely excited for you on that one. Jacob 6 says, Alexa looks up Thailand later. Don't get that stuck in your history. Lo says, they're more aggressive. They're definitely more aggressive. All right, guys. We got to get over to the Patreon Live. In about 5 minutes, we're going to be over there. I'm going to head on out. Asian lot litters showing their gifters. You guys got too many good ones tonight. All right, well, I'll continue that, of course, over there. We're going to say everything without getting flagged on YouTube. I'm sure I'm getting flagged tonight. I am sure of it. I'll have a good one tonight, guys. I will see you over there. Again, it's only $15 a month. You want to hang out with the Chaos Crew, don't forget to hit subscribe, like all the buttons down below. It's all the things. I got to chill harder. Ooh, of course, more good stuff coming soon. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Later. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a monshot. Let me see what freedom's like without money and no funds. Hold Nike. Oh! Another. Let's make history. Oh! Do my wrong with your wrong and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I'm on board. I wish I could go. I should hear.
You know what I want? I want a fortune cookie. No, not Bitcoin. Orange pills. I want a fortune cookie. I haven't had a fortune cookie in like a week. Okay. Here we go. What do we got? Anything good? Anything good? Come on. Give me something good. I can't read it. I need a lamp to read these. The print is red on white, and my eyes are red. I'm colorblind. Your presents? Oh, your present plans are going to be going to succeed. Okay, my present plans are going to succeed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to do very well in South Asia. Guys, when we take, of course, the show there later this year. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the other side. The Patreon Live, it's right there. The buttons, all the things. Please, thank you so much for supporting the live. I will see you all again tomorrow. If you're not part of the Patreon, I'll see you tonight. See you tonight. Later.
Watch the cash burn.